Every match tells you a story, but sometimes it hides the most important part. You see the ball moving forward, you see the chance taking shape, and eventually you see final touch. But by then, most of the decisions that created it has already happened, and that's exactly what I wanted to understand. At first, I thought I had this figured out. The first few attacks felt almost too easy. I knew where I wanted the ball to go. My architect was finding the opening. My finisher was arriving at the right time. My engine was keeping the move alive. And when the attack broke down, my guardian was already covering what was behind us. And there was my shadow moving into the spaces I had not even started thinking about. That's when I stopped watching the players who touched the ball last because my finisher wasn't really creating the attack. He was arriving at the end of it. The real work had already started somewhere else. My architect was looking for the next pass before I even needed it. My guardian was protecting the space behind the attack. My engine was cleaning up the movements that could have become problems, and my shadow kept appearing where I did not expect him. Not because he had the ball, but because he was reading what could happen next. Then the goal came, and the scoreboard gave the moment a name, but it still could not explain everything that happened before it. Then I played the same way again. Same team, same players, same spaces, and same moments. And honestly, the same confidence. I knew where my architect would look. I knew where my finisher wanted the ball. I knew where my engine would recover. I thought I knew what the next move was going to be, and that's where I made the mistake. Because the opponent was not trying to beat my players first, they were trying to understand me. And once I realized that, the match started looking completely different. I started noticing my own patterns. The same pass, the same movement, the same space opening at almost the same moment. My players were not necessarily doing anything wrong. I was just becoming too comfortable with what they did right, and that sounded like controlling. Until someone else learned the pattern. Then your confidence becomes information. The opponent starts waiting for the decision you always make. Not waiting for the ball, waiting for me. And that was the part I did not want to admit. I was not reading the match anymore. I was reading my own expectations. So I changed the one thing I actually could control, my approach. I stopped trying to force every movement. Instead, I started watching what was already happening. My architect did not need to force the space. He just needed the space to appear. My finisher did not need to create everything himself. He just needed to arrive at the right moment. My engine did not need to win every single ball. He needed to be ready for the next one. My guardian did not need to chase every threat. He needed to protect the space that actually mattered. And my shadow just keep reading what everyone else was leaving behind. My architect could create. My engine could recover. My guardian can protect. My shadow could anticipate. And my finisher could simply finish. The team wasn't suddenly perfect. The opponent was still there. The passes were not magically better. What changed was me. I stopped forcing every player into the same idea. I started giving each role room to breathe, and the football became calmer. My architect could look forward. My engine could stay ready. My guardian could hold the shape, and my shadow could wait for the mistake, and the finisher could arrive when the whole chain was ready. I was not controlling every player anymore, and somewhere that made the team feel more like a team. But there was still one thing I need to know. Had I actually learned anything? It's easy to respect a system. Everything is going your way. The real test comes when the match stopped listening. So this time, I played differently. Less rushing. More patience. More attention to the pace. And more attention to what the opponent was giving me. I did not need every attack to become something. I just needed to keep reading. Let the architect build. Let the engine connect the pieces. Let the guardian hold what mattered. Let the shadow find the space. And let the finisher wait for his moment. Then eventually, the moment came. And this time, I did not see the goal as a proof that I had mastered the game. I saw it as a proof that for one moment, the decisions connected. That's the strange thing about football. You can give every player a role. You could build the system. You can control the effort. You can control what you learn. But you can never completely control the result. And maybe that's the lesson. Trophies fade. The next match is still waiting. Stay humble.